If you want to drop your scores fast, here's the secret. Most golfers don't need longer drives, they need better putting. The average golfer loses 5 to 10 shots per round on the green alone. But the good news is, with a few simple techniques, you can cut that number in half almost immediately. Today, in this episode of From the Tee to the Green, we're dialing in the part of the game that matters the most, putting. I built this series to guide you through every club, every shot, every situation. And today, we're finally talking about the real score saver, the flat stick. Hey everyone, it's Doug with Golf Reboot. If you're new here, don't forget to subscribe so you see all of our videos. If you've been here before, thanks for coming back. I'm documenting my journey to becoming a scratch golfer after 14 years away from the game and sharing everything I've learned to help you get better faster. So if you're a newer learning golfer trying to improve your tee shots, iron play, putting, or just enjoying the game more, make sure to subscribe and hit that bell so you don't miss anything in the future. Section 1 is about why putting matters more than anything. Putting makes up nearly 40% of a typical round. Most beginners 3-putt because they don't understand two things. Start line control, which is setting up on your actual line. Many golfers have a good line and then set up the putter on a completely different line.
So you can see in this shot, I've been using the Amazon Basics ball a lot. It also does have a line on it to help with putting alignment. Most balls do. A lot of them are kind of wide. The Amazon Basics is very wide. So on another one, I made my own line. I always do that because it helps set me up the way I want to be set up. I did make it wider on this one just so that it showed up better in the video. But normally it's just one marker stroke and I set it up where I need it to be to help me get lined up.
And speed control. This one's huge for me. We'll get into that later. You don't need a perfect stroke to be a great putter. You simply need consistency. And we're going to build that today with simple, proven techniques. Comment below on any questions you've had about putting and where you struggle with it the most.
If you want to start draining putts, make sure you check out the link in the description for PuttAim. PuttAim.com/golfreboot. It's really changed how I putt.
Section 2 is the setup basics. This is where most beginners lose strokes before the ball even moves. Your stance. Your feet should be about shoulder width apart, weight slightly towards your lead foot. Maybe not as much as with the irons.
Gonna voice over this, had some audio issues. With your stance, you want your feet about shoulder width apart, weight slightly forward towards your lead foot, and that's really going to set you up to hit the ball well.
Posture, your arms are hanging naturally with minimal tension and eyes are either over the ball or slightly inside the line.
I'm actually going to voice over the rest of these parts for you so you can actually hear it. So as far as posture, you want your arms to hang naturally with minimal tension. You want your eyes over the ball or slightly inside the line. I tend to hang over the ball a little bit more to get my eye right above it, which gives me much better contact. Some people, they hang back a little bit. It's better for them, but I've learned that for me, I want to be more over the ball, have a nice V with my arms, and be nice and smooth going through it.
The goal of the grip is to eliminate wrist action. Reverse overlap, claw, or left hand low are solid. Pick the one that keeps your wrists quiet.
Grip, you're trying to eliminate wrist action. You can use any type of grip you want. A lot of people use just a regular interlocking golf grip. You can also go with the reverse overlap, the claw, which there's a couple different ways of doing that, or left hand low. Some people use almost like a broomstick method on a regular putter. What I tend to do is I actually interlock two fingers and keep my thumbs centered on the putter. For me, that's really worked. It helps me keep my wrists out of it and keep that nice V and have a much cleaner strike. Another thing you can do, there's arm lock putters, there's wrist lock putters out there. Sometimes, depending on what I'm doing, I may switch over. Since I have a 38-inch putter as opposed to a normal, I will switch over to more of a wrist lock to lock things out. My putter is not a wrist or arm lock, but you can kind of make it work to do that. It's all about getting your wrist out of it and making sure you're getting a smooth line and pop on the ball. I have the Odyssey AI1 Cruiser Jailbird putter. I bought it this year. I really do like it. It's got a little bit of the extra length, and I feel like it has a little bit better weighting on it for me that helps me have a smooth strike on the ball basically every time as long as I'm keeping it square.
Your ball positioning should be slightly forward to center. This helps you launch the ball smoothly with minimal skid. You are putting the ball a little bit up in the air, which is surprising to a lot of people, but the ball will get a little bit of air, which is why you want it to be slightly forward of center.
So you can see in this one, my ball positioning is slightly towards my lead foot. That's going to give you a little bit more pop on the ball. You are going to basically get the ball up in the air a tiny bit, almost not noticeable, but that helps it to start with a little bit of momentum that'll get the ball moving. It'll get it going on your line as long as you've set it up right. If you do that, you're going to have much better strokes than if you keep it back a little bit further and you're pushing the ball down into the ground. That really isn't going to go where you want it to.
Section number 3, the stroke. It's a shoulder-driven motion. Think of your shoulders rocking, not your hands flicking. So your shoulders back and forth. The 2-to-1 tempo rule. The backstroke takes twice as long as the forward stroke. It creates a predictable speed every time. I'm usually the same speed all the way through, but 2-to-1 is a tested and true method. Having a slight natural arc versus a straight stroke. Most putters and most golfers naturally arc 2 to 4 degrees. Don't force a straight backstroke unless your putter fits that style. I putt with a straight back and through, but the putter I have and my natural stroke work best with that. The majority of you will have a slight arc. Either way is perfectly fine, but be consistent.
So when it comes to swing arc, I can actually grab my old putter for this part, because with my old putter, I did have to use more of an arcing swing. It became a problem for me because I have more of a natural straight back and forward swing. So with that putter, I had to get used to trying to swing it the way it's supposed to be, and I just never had a clean shot with it. I bought the Cruiser Jailbird, and honestly, that one I can go straight back and forward with. I've got a lot better contact with it, but you want to make sure that the putter matches your swing. I'm not saying you have to go get fitted for clubs, but even if you go somewhere like a Golf Galaxy, a Golf Shop, anything like that, even a Dick's Sporting Goods, try a couple different ones, do a little bit of research, learn what they're about, and see which putter actually works for you, because that can save you a ton of strokes.
Face angle is going to be the king. Face angle determines 85% of where the ball starts. Keeping the face square is more important than having a pretty stroke. If you're enjoying this, click the link in the description to get our free practice guide. It's how I practice, and I think it'll help you too. Section 4 is green reading for beginners. Find the low point. Every putt breaks towards the lowest part of the green. Read from behind the ball and behind the hole. You want to get both directions. You'll see different clues from each angle. Remember that the speed that you're putting with affects the break of the ball. Slow putts are going to break more. Firm putts are going to break less. Choose your pace first, then aim the line. That'll set you up. Section 5, we're going to go over some drills that actually work. The chalk line. It trains you to start the ball on line. It's the foundation work. Set up a chalk line and putt the ball down it.
Most of us have heard of the chalk line drill. Basically, you make a chalk line somewhere on a green. It's going to give you a straight line between point A and point B, whether it's your ball in a hole or just two different spots on it. The goal is to learn how to keep your ball in a line and get it to roll on that line. Obviously not great for breaking putts, because with the chalk line, you're making a straight line. Honestly, I'm not a big fan of chalk line, just because, especially in my garage or in my living room, I would not be doing well if I started using a chalk line everywhere. So you can see right there, I've got the PuttAim laser putting trainer. That thing is fantastic. It's really helped me a lot because it'll put a line anywhere you can. It does work pretty well outside. It works fantastic inside. But basically the concept is you line up the line on your ball on that line, and you can set it up to putt straight in the line. So once you read the green, you read it from behind the ball. You can also read it from behind the hole. That way you get both ideas of which way it looks like it's sloping. A lot of times you might not see a slope from one of the sides, but then you pick your line, you set it up, and you go on that line to the hole. Now with the PuttAim, the pretty cool thing about it is you can almost simulate hitting towards the edge of a cup, center of the cup, just by turning the laser a little bit. I really do think that's something that can help you out a lot. It's not expensive. I want to say it was $125 on sale. I do have a code Golf Reboot that you can go to puttaim.com/Golf Reboot and you can get a discount on it. So definitely look into that.
The gate drill. 2 tees just wider than your putter. It forces center contact and face stability.
Now the gate drill is one that I really enjoy doing. There's a couple of them that I like, but this one definitely helps me out. You can use tees, but obviously I'm inside, so tees into carpet doesn't really work that well. But I'm using 2 golf balls. The concept is you basically take the tees or golf balls, put them right outside the edges of your putter. You put your ball in the middle, set it up on line, and what you're doing is you're trying to hit your ball without hitting either of the other 2 balls or tees. That's going to show you if your club is coming through on a straight path and it's following the arc or straight path that you want it. So you can see there, I didn't hit either of the balls. That's a good thing. That means I'm making good contact with the ball and that my face is most likely flat. Now, if I came outside a little bit, you're going to see the ball rolling out. And if I come inside, you're going to see me push the ball towards my foot.
The ladder drill, it teaches distance control, one of the fastest ways to eliminate 3-putt. I combine this with my tried and true yardstick method that we've talked about in the past.
Ladder drill is another really good one. Now, I was doing this forever. It's where you start the ball 3, 6, 9, 12 feet away. And over time, I actually saw a couple different ways to do it. A lot of you probably know who Bryson is. He's the putting master. So I saw a video that he did where he basically gaps his putter, and that's something that I've taken, and I do it all the time now. So you can see I have a yardstick there. So what I've learned is, depending on the distance, right now I'm 4 feet away. I know that 4 feet away, about 1.5 inches backswing, 1.5 inches forward, in general, should go 4 feet on flat ground on a carpet. So I set the yardstick up right at the ball, and I know that by 1.5 inches, 2 inches back, 1.5 inches, 2 inches forward, I should put it in the hole at a pretty good pace. Now, as I move backwards, I can go back to 5 feet, 10 feet, 15 feet, and obviously that one didn't go in. I'm not worried about that right now. What I'm worried about is the distance control. The distance was good. It stopped right at the hole. But as you go back further, you're coming a little bit further back. Now, the biggest thing I've learned with this, you're not increasing your speed to try to hit the ball further. You're keeping your speed the same. You're just moving the putter further. What that's done is it's really helped me to have a consistent speed the entire time. By having a consistent speed, it doesn't matter how far away I am. I know that with that speed and moving the club that much, I'll be good to go. Now, the nice thing with this, I know once I have my putter gapped, I can take those distances, go out onto the course before I play, and it sets me up that I can start using my stock distances to figure out, is the green faster or slower than I'm used to. And if that happens, I know that if it's a little bit faster, I cut a little bit of distance on the backswing and follow through out. If it's slower, I might add a little bit more. So I usually spend 20 minutes practicing before I go out on the course, and that'll really help me lock in the green speeds, and honestly, it's taken strokes off my game. The other thing you can do, most of the putters, they're going to have a design on the back. So I know if I put my putter down here, you've got one of the areas between the two colors is 3 inches. So between the third and fourth line, that's 3 inches. And I can use that because I obviously can't bring a yardstick out on the course. I use that to help me eyeball where I need to be to hit the ball.
Drill number 4 is going to be par 18. You set up 9 stations around the green, and your goal is to make 18 strokes and put all of the balls in the hole. This is how pros practice lag putting. And then the eye test, finding your dominant eye. We've talked about this one before too, but I'm going to bring it up again now because I find it very important. I'm a righty. I assumed my right eye would be my dominant eye. The way you test this, take your hands, make a triangle. Put them out in front of you so that a target is in the center of the triangle. Close your right eye, close your left eye. When I close my right eye and I'm looking with my left, my target is still in the center. If I close the left and have my right open, it's off center. I can't see the target anymore. That means I'm left eye dominant. So when I set up over the ball, I keep my head slightly back and my left eye is on the ball. That has really helped me with my aim. Don't forget to check out some of the links in the description to get more information and discounts on some of the tools we've used to get better at golf. For example, we've got deals with Busted Golf. You can save 10% with code Golf Reboot. I've got a ton of their stuff. I've got the hat on right now, and I've got my new mug. It's great. They're a great company. Check them out. Section 6, the putting mindset. Putting is repetition, not power. Your goal is not perfection, it's predictability. Trust your line, commit to your speed, and build a routine that makes you calm instead of mechanical. You can't think over the putt. You need to just take a breath and do it. So what are you thinking right now? Are you getting excited about putting? If you're in the Northeast like me, it's starting to get cold out. I know that we can't test a lot of this stuff right now, but maybe you can. Do you have room in your house for a home sim? Have you been thinking about setting one up? If you have any questions, let us know. We'll help point you in the right direction. And check out golfreboot.com/thegift, and there's tons of information there on how we set ours up and ways to save money when you do that. If this video helped you, make sure you click the video up here on the right. It talks all about how we built the Gift, which is a DIY home golf simulator. It's been fantastic, and I think you'll find the info and the cost savings interesting. And don't forget to subscribe so you see the rest of our videos to help you play better, have more fun, and love the game again. See you next time.